Hello, everyone. I'm Melissa Budzinski, and I'm with Gilda's Club Grand Rapids. It's great to see you today, and I have with me today Lindsay Jousma, Program Director, and Kim Melanin, Noogie Land Director. So great to have you guys. So we're coming together today to talk about an important topic. Our topic is I am sad. And we are so grateful to be able to have this conversation today, especially because we recognize that in our community, in light of recent events, that there might be this increase, there is this increase in intensity of our emotions, of sadness, of fear maybe, and we're so grateful that we're able to come together today to talk about what it's like when we feel sad, what are some things we can do to help ourselves, to help each other, and to keep the communication open. That's what we're all about here at Gilda's Club Grand Rapids, is really just honoring where we're at in an honest, open way, giving each other a safe space to talk about those things and talking about what it is that we can do to stay healthy and to help ourselves. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Lindsay and to Kim, and we'll see everyone at the end. Thanks so much, ladies.
Thank you, Melissa, and welcome, Kim.
Huh?
We are so glad that you've joined us today, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come together virtually as our Gilda's Club community and have a discussion around emotional health. We're so glad to have this time together to connect about emotional health because we know that taking care of our emotions is so important. And especially with all of the changes that we've experienced, and especially on a cancer and a grief journey. One of my favorite activities that we share here at Gilda's Club is our color changing vase. And I'm so excited that we get to share this with all of you today. So when cancer and grief comes into our lives, we often experience change in a variety of emotions like sad, worried, disappointed, and even happy when we're thinking of the special moments with our person or when a chemo treatment has ended. We have all of these different emotions that are swirling in our hearts on our cancer and our grief journey, and that is very normal. So if you would like to imagine with me today that this vase that I have right here is an example of our hearts. And perhaps we can imagine this is our hearts before our cancer or our grief journey began. Before cancer or grief happens in our lives, sometimes we might feel like we can see clearly. We might not feel so many feelings swirling around in our hearts at the time. When we're on a cancer or a grief journey, there are many feelings that we have, and they're all very normal. In a moment, Miss Kim, our Noogie Land teacher, is going to read us a story, and that walks us through different feelings that we may have on a cancer or a grief journey. And as Miss Kim reads, I'm going to listen for the feelings. I encourage you all to listen to the feelings as well. I'm going to add a little drop of color to our face here to represent emotions. Thank you, Kim.
All right, are we ready? Today, the story I'm going to read for you is called In My Heart, a Book of Feelings by Jo Witek. My heart is full of feelings. Big feelings and small feelings, loud feelings and quiet feelings, quick feelings and slow feelings. My heart is like a house with all these feelings living inside. Sometimes my heart feels like a big yellow star, shiny and bright. I smile from ear to ear and twirl around so fast, I feel as if I could take off into the sky. This is when my heart feels happy. Other times, my heart feels strong. I stand up tall as if I can touch the clouds. New people and places don't frighten me. I can do it. Watch me go. This is where my heart feels brave. When I get really angry, my heart feels as if it is going to explode. Don't come near me. My heart is yelling hot and loud. This is when my heart is mad. But other times, my heart is cool. I bob along gently like a balloon on a string. My heart feels lazy and slow, as quiet as snowfall. This is when my heart is calm. On harder days, mean words hurt my feelings, and my heart feels hurt too. It's fragile and delicate, but it can be healed with extra kisses. This is when my heart is broken. Some days my heart feels as heavy as an elephant. There's a dark cloud over my head, and tears fall like rain. This is when my heart is sad. But my heart doesn't stay sad. Like springtime after winter, the sun comes out again. My heart grows tall like a plant reaching toward the sky. This is when my heart feels hopeful. Eek! When I see something scary, my heart beats fast. I feel cold as if a chilly breeze has crawled up my neck, and I run away as fast as I can. This is when my heart is afraid. When it's time for a bit of fun, my heart feels full of giggles and wiggles. Abracadabra! I hop around like a bouncy bunny. This is when my heart feels silly. Sometimes I hide my heart away where no one can see, like my own small treasure. I don't want anyone to look at me. Safe on my swing, I can watch the world from up above. This is when my heart is shy. My heart can feel so many feelings, and yours can too. Today my heart is proud. How does your heart feel? And that's the end.
Thank you so much, Miss Kim.
You're welcome.
That was such a wonderful story that talks about all the different emotions that we experience or we may experience in our lives, and especially in our cancer and our grief journey. So now let's take a look at our face. Wow, everyone. Let's take a look. What do you notice? Oh my. It surely has changed since when we first began our time together this afternoon. I'm noticing that the water has become less clear. It even looks a bit muddy. And this may relate to our own cancer and grief journey and the normal feelings that we may have. When things get challenging, we may experience a variety of feelings. We can feel muddy, cloudy, mixed up. Feelings with us today. Now we can name these feelings that are going on in our hearts. And that can be very helpful to us in our cancer and our grief. Now we can better understand how it is that we are feeling. And we have the opportunity to choose how to cope and handle our feelings. We can use techniques, activities, strategies that all help us feel better when we're dealing with change on a cancer and a grief journey. Now, as we talk through these different strategies and these coping techniques, we're going to add a little bit of magic potion, which here at Gilda's Club, we call self-care. It's very important that we take care of our emotions. And the good news is, there is so many ways to take good care of ourselves. So, we'd like to talk about a few. There's getting outside and enjoying nature, maybe exercising, taking a walk, getting a breath of fresh air. Those are some ways that we can take care of ourselves. Talking with our friends or a trusted adult. And if you don't feel like talking, that's okay too. Maybe for you, you'd like to journal or write about these feelings that you're having in your heart, in your cancer or your grief. Or maybe even drawing would be helpful. That can be very soothing as well. One of my favorite ways to take care of myself is by singing. And so maybe you also like to listen to music, or maybe you also like to sing or play an instrument. Those are all ways that music can really help soothe us and take care of our emotions and our emotional health. So those are just a few ways that we can take care of ourselves. And a big thumbs up to each of you for tuning in today and learning about some ways that you can take care of yourself. That was a great job for coming to Gilda's Club virtual program today. And staying connected and continuing to learn about ways to take care of you. Wow, let's look at our vase now. Well, it's certainly more full than when we first started. It's not exactly the same as when we first began. Things have changed for us and in our hearts, and that's okay. Things are starting to look a little bit lighter, and I'm able to see a little bit more clearly. Are you? Things aren't as confusing anymore. So to wrap up our time together, we'd really like to validate our feelings, whether it's our sadness, our scared, our worries, our hope, our happiness. All of those feelings are very normal to experience on a cancer and a grief journey. And feelings are neither good nor bad. They're just feelings. And it's how we deal with our feelings that really makes the difference. And so today, by tuning in, we've talked about some wonderful tools, ways we can take care of our emotional health. And as we say at the end of Gilda's Club in our youth groups, in this together, because we surely are in this together. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was so wonderful. What great magic that was to watch that example of our hearts go from feeling very cloudy and swirly to feeling very clear and clean when we really take care of ourselves emotionally. That was wonderful. Thank you, Miss Kim. What a wonderful book that is. And Miss Lindsay, Such great information, so important. And I love this piece of our feelings are natural and it is okay to have them. And what we do with them is our responsibility, how we take care of them. So I'm just so grateful that we all could have this time together. So grateful for the two of you sharing your wisdom and your skills with us. We are just so glad that everyone that's out there watching is able to be with us. We want to remind you, I forgot to say that at the beginning actually, but if you're there watching us, just let us know. Make a comment in the comment section on this Facebook page, and or if you watched it later and there's some way that we didn't mention that you take care of your feelings that works really good for you, write that in there for us. We'd love to hear from you. We also want you to know that Gilda's Club has a full virtual program available to you. We have lots of adult groups and workshops. And this last week, we launched our first family support group. And we had 10 people, we had 4 families that joined us in an activity, the adults and the kids together, ages 5 through 13. And we had a great time talking about our knowledge of how to handle our tough stuff, and acknowledging that we're the experts about our tough stuff and how we handle that. And we got to share that with each other, and that was a lot of fun. We would love to see you on that. If you're interested in participating in that, you can email us. You can call us. Our phone is 453-8300, and we're available on the phone 9 a.m. till 6 or 7 p.m. Miss Lindsay, is it 7 p.m.?
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Great. And you can also look on our website, www.gildasclub.gr.org. Under the calendar portion, you'll see there is our virtual program is all listed out there. You can send us an email right from there. You can sign up for things, and you can just peruse what we have available. So we would love to see you in one of our groups. We would love to hear from you and see how you're doing and how you're handling all of these emotions that are coming from what's going on in our communities, what's going on in our hearts, and what's going on in our lives. So we're so grateful that you could be with us. We're so glad to have this virtual program. We're so grateful to Hannah for helping us out here and getting us all technically figured out and producing this great show. And so grateful to the two of you for being with us, Miss Kim and Miss Lindsay. And hopefully we'll see all of you again soon. All right, take care.